everybody, thanks for stopping back by Wild Bird Creative. I got a catalog in the mail this week, and along the edges of some of the pages were these great photographs. And I just want to use them, so I've got them all cut up and ready and set aside. But this is the one I want to work with today. Just a beautiful Queen Anne's lace stem. I have a rusty bit of ledger paper, just a scrap with some stencils on it, and a plain old piece of pink tissue. Now what I'm going to start with is doing something with the pink tissue just to make it a little more interesting. So this isn't going to be anything terribly fancy. I'm using white paint and my stencil, and this one is from Joggles. It's a big stencil, and it's over 11 years old, so I'm not sure that even if you went on their site, you would find this, but you might find something else you like. So let me just get started here. And this is just going to add a little bit of extra interest to the plain pink tissue paper. Nothing difficult, nothing terribly messy. I like to keep pictures that I find in magazines and catalogs because they often have beautiful tones and images to them. And I just like to be able to work them into pieces. And there we go. That gives me just a little bit of detail. Use up the last of the white paint up here. You could use whatever color tissue you wanted. Some already have a nice pattern on them. This one was just plain. So there it is, just a very delicate leaf pattern. I'm going to set that aside to dry, bring back my piece, and put down this rusty sheet of paper. And all I did was put some metal objects and some bits of steel wool, and I sandwiched a bunch of papers together and just left them outside. I added water every couple days if it looked like it was drying up. And after about a week, you have some really cool pieces. Obviously, it requires a little planning ahead. You can't decide when you walk into the studio that you want to work with rusty papers if you haven't already made them. But it's simple. Let Mother Nature do its work. So there we go. Now, because this is on tissue, it's going to dry really quickly. I'm just going to semi-center it. I'm going to flip it over because I'm going to use some matte medium. I want this to lay nice and smooth and flat. Oh, let me get that out of the way. Put it to the side here. So I'm putting a layer down on here, and then I'm also going to work from the center out, which will make sure that I get these edges. And you don't need an awful lot. Tissue paper does not like to get too saturated. There we go. Pick it up carefully, lay it down. You've got some time so you can move it a little bit and fiddle. Decide where you want it. I'm going to actually turn it sideways so that I can use both hands a little more easily. Get that middle part down. There we go. Bring in my brayer. And there, it just blends in and becomes one. And any spots that didn't get enough, especially right at the edge, you can just come right on in and just smooth down. There's usually enough left in your brush to do this. So the next thing I have is just a scrap. This is the Sean Petit lace stencil. And it works both as a stencil and as a reverse. Depends on how you want to use it. Just popping that right down on top. Oops, got him upside down, don't want that. Then I have this wonderful little Queen Anne's lace image. And then I have a little scrap of text, Finding Balance. I'm going to break that edge a little bit. And I think I want to add maybe a little bit of washi tape to this. But I've got to decide which one I want. I'm thinking this one, since it already is giving me a nice torn edge. Put that right there. Find the little spot where it caught. If I can get it with my nail. There we go. Get rid of that little raw edge. And then what I'll do is tear it there. And line it right up. Run the brayer across it. Make sure I put my lids on everything. Bring in a colored pencil and just come around this and just soften that edge visually a little bit. And there you have it. Super quick, super easy. Put my lids on everything, clean up my one brush and my one stencil and my one sponge, and I'm good. I mean, I still have more to clean up. I always have more to clean up because I'm always pulling things out and working on stuff. But for this project, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. This was already done, the rusty background. The tissue took no time at all. Washi tape, a scrap of stenciled paper, a picture from a catalog, some text from a magazine, and you've got a mini piece. I mean, check your mail today. I'm sure you're going to get junk mail, and you'll find something in there that you can use and make a quick bit of art. Don't let your creative moments pass. The dishes will be there later. The laundry will be there later. Make some time for yourself to unwind, relax, enjoy your day. Even if it's only 15 minutes, you can make something. Thanks for stopping by. Wild Bird Creative.